Good morning, students. I am Assistant Professor Manish Chavan. Welcome you in the e-learning platform of Shiksha Mandal GS College Commerce Wardha. As we have already begin with the topic communication, okay? And as you know that in communication, as far as your exam is concerned, you will be getting two questions, okay? One would be long answer question, and then you will get two short answer questions, and it carries 16 marks, okay? So it is very essential unit as far as your exam is concerned, so you should focus on this aspect, okay? So this is our last topic of discussion, that is types of communication according to purpose, and in that we have business communication and general communication, okay? So we would be focusing on advantages of business communication, and then advantages and disadvantages of general communication. General communication, as we have seen the advantages of communication, that you can consider as the communication, the features of communication and the advantages and disadvantages of formal and informal communication, okay? That we would take in tomorrow's class, but today we'll see advantages of business communication. As I already mentioned that it is very essential for a particular organization to present themselves in a right way, okay? And as you know that marketing is the strategy, and the communication is the very important or indispensable part of any organizational development as such, okay? So business communication, this is something very important, okay? And now we'll see advantages of business communication. The first advantages would be boost employees morale, okay? Because when effective communication takes place within the organization, then it can be considered as contagious. When internal communication is smooth, automatically the customer satisfaction would be high, because when internal employee is satisfied with the organization, and if the communication is in smooth way, then automatically the efficiency of the employee will be very high, and the outcome of that organization would be in great way, okay? So then it also, as we have mentioned, that it is a contagious. When the internal communication is very good or safe, then it is automatically happens that it will increase the customer satisfaction as well, because when employee is feeling safe at the organization, if he is for example, if the communication is not proper in particular organization, then there will be the employee may think that there is no job security as such. So that's why it is important to take the confidence of each and every employee, and they should be comfortable, and there should not be any miscommunication between the manager and employee. Then only you can boost the employee morale, okay? So it is very essential, and then only, as I mentioned, that it is a contagious process, okay? When internal communication is in a very well manner, then it is automatically happens that if the efficiency of employee is good, then they will automatically satisfy the customer as well, because if they are satisfied, the outcome will be good and the customer will be satisfied. So it will increase the customer satisfaction. Then the next advantages would be it improves productivity. If the internal communication is in like proper orders, notices, announcement, or all business setup has been organized in very well manner, then automatically the working efficiency of that particular organization would improve, okay? And there can be the greater productivity as such, okay? Then it also strengthens the relationship as well, because when you have proper communication within the organizational setup, as we have mentioned that in organizational setup, it happens that the inferior and the superior and those who are in a power, they have some ego problem. So if you resolve that problem within a organization, and if you maintain the relationship, so rather than feeling the authority and just having a bossing tendency, if you take the confidence of the employee, it will automatically improve the relationship between the employee, and it will boost the productivity as well. Okay, so the relationship, maintaining relationship, for that this business communication is essential. Okay, and to carry out all the activities in a well organized manner, it is essential to have employee trust as well. Okay, because if they are feeling, little uncomfortable with the organization, no, then there cannot be any progress. So employee trust is essential, and when you will get employees trust, if they are feeling secure about their job, then only you will get a permanent trust as such. Okay, and if there is a business communication, if the orders have been issued, if there is a proper business communication, then automatically the working efficiency will improve. There will be clarity in all job position as such. Okay, so there can be that there will not be any authoritative task. There can be that if the feedback is getting, suggestions would be incorporated, then the working efficiency will be improved, and there can be the collaboration. Okay, so collaboration and teamwork is only if possible if the proper communication is happening within the organization. Okay, so these are the advantages of business communication, and as I mentioned that for any organization, if they want to fulfill the particular objective, or if they want to achieve the customer satisfaction, it is essential to have a better understanding of customers interest, and if the internal committee is communicating with each other in very well manner, then only there is a greater customer satisfaction as such. Okay, because boosting employees morale, if they are feeling secure about the organization, if anyone is feeling insecure about the job, then automatically his or her working efficiency would not be high in that particular organization. So these points you need to consider while that business communication. And again, one more essential aspect is that in business communication we would focus more on advantages only, because advantages are very important. Okay, and as far as disadvantages is concerned, we have mentioned here that it does not give instant feedback, because when you pass any orders, okay, or particularly if you pass a particular orders, then they need to follow it. But for example, X person is not happy with that particular order. Okay, and if he is uncomfortable, okay, because his suggestion would not be incorporated at the instant time. That's why this is the disadvantages, that a particular email has been sent to that particular manager, but the reply hasn't come out. Okay, so that is the disadvantage, that it does not give instant feedback. Then the second would be neglect personal needs. As I mentioned that, for example, if he is not comfortable to carry out certain particular order, okay, and if he wants some changes in that particular order, as he will not get instant feedback, then there can be the possibility that the personal needs can be hampered. Okay, and this is the second disadvantages. Then it causes a delay in work as well, because when communication happens within the organization, when the announcement or the emails or particular orders has been passed, then it needs time to work out, and that's why there can be possibility that the work may delay. Okay, then lack of flexibility to carry out a particular communication. If a particular individual is not present, okay, then or his time would not be taken into account, because if particular events has been decided to carry out at particular date, okay, so there is no scope for individual space as such, because they will have to attend the particular event as it is compulsory and obligatory for all. Okay, so these are the disadvantages, but you should more focus on the business communication. And as I mentioned that when you study advantages and disadvantages, when you focus on disadvantages, then there is a opportunity to come other party. And what is the other party? That general communication. Okay, if business communication is a formal setup, then we have a scope for another party to come in, that is a general communication, because it is informal one, it has personal touch as well. So in today's class we have seen this business communication advantages and the disadvantages of business communication. In next class we would be discussing general communication, and deliberately we are not taking this general communication in this class, because when we focus on general communication, we need to focus on two types of communication again, that is formal and informal communication. Then we will see both the section, and then we would be focusing on features of communication as well, because this is very important topic as far as your exam is concerned, because you will get 3 questions, okay, one long answer and that will carry 8 marks, and 2 short answers that will carry 8 marks. So 16 marks you would be getting for examination. Okay, so meanwhile you must revise these lessons. Okay, and if you are getting any difficulties when the offline classes would be starting, we will resolve it. Okay, so thank you students.